The boy who loved chess. The pieces stood before him like an army, black knights glaring, white pawns waiting. Leo's trembling hand reached for his rook, but within minutes, his king toppled once more. Another defeat, another sting of laughter from across the board. "You'll never win, Leo," the older boy sneered. That night, as he drifted into sleep, Leo dreamed of a chessboard so vast it stretched into infinity, an enchanted battlefield where pieces whispered and shadows moved. In the dream, Leo found himself standing among the pawns. They were alive, small soldiers in armor looking up at him. "You command us," they said, "but you always lead us into traps." Leo's heart sank. "I try. I really do. But I always lose." From the mist emerged a tall figure cloaked in black, a grandmaster with glowing eyes. He moved like a phantom, sweeping his hand, and Leo's pieces fell one after another. "This is how it always ends," the shadow hissed. "You are destined to fail." Leo collapsed to his knees, but then a soft voice rose from behind him. It was the White Queen, tall and radiant, her gown shimmering like moonlight. "You lose," she said gently, "because you rush forward without looking back. But every loss hides a lesson. If you listen, the board will teach you." She handed him a book, blank and heavy. "Record every battle, each move, each mistake. Fill these pages and you will grow stronger." When Leo awoke, sweat on his brow, he remembered the dream. He grabbed a notebook and wrote down every move from his last game: the foolish pawn advance, the overlooked knight, the careless queen sacrifice. The next day he lost again. But this time he recorded. And the next. And the next. Game after game his notebook filled, pages crammed with arrows, notes, diagrams. "Here I blundered. Here I forgot to defend. Next time, watch the diagonals." At first, nothing changed. Defeats piled up. But slowly, patterns emerged. He saw traps he once fell for. He noticed weaknesses he could exploit. His pieces began to last longer, battles stretching further. Weeks later, as Leo drifted into sleep, the dream returned. This time, when the Shadow Grandmaster moved, Leo countered. A pawn stepped forward with courage. A knight leapt into place. The White Queen smiled. "You are learning." The battle still ended in defeat, but not as quickly. And for the first time, Leo felt hope. Months passed. His notebook grew thick, worn at the edges. One evening at the town's chess tournament, Leo sat across from his old rivals. The hall felt like the dream come alive. Every move thundered in his chest. But this time, when his opponent lunged, Leo saw it. A trap. The same trap from page 37 of his notebook. He smiled faintly, moved his bishop, and turned the tables. Piece by piece, the board shifted in his favor. Finally, with trembling but steady hands, he whispered the word he had never spoken before: checkmate. The room fell silent. Then came the applause. His rivals stared in disbelief. Leo didn't win the whole tournament, but he won enough games to stand among the finalists. To him, that was a victory greater than any crown. That night, as he slept, the dream returned one last time. The Shadow Grandmaster bowed. "You have learned." Then with a shimmer the figure dissolved, leaving Leo standing tall among his army of pieces. The White Queen appeared once more. "Remember, child, the board is life. Every loss is not an ending, but a teacher. And you are no longer lost." Leo's story reminds us, failure is not defeat, it is feedback. Every lost game was a map to growth. By recording, reflecting, and learning, he transformed defeat into strength. Psychologists call this metacognition, the ability to step back, analyze, and improve from our own mistakes. Neuroscience shows that reflecting on errors strengthens neural pathways, making future decisions faster and wiser. Leo didn't grow because he suddenly became talented. He grew because he treated each loss as a tutor. So when life topples your king, remember Leo. Remember the blank notebook, the dream battlefield, the Queen's words, because growth doesn't come from winning every time. It comes from daring to lose and daring to learn. Remember, every story is only a beginning. Today's seeds of mindset will bloom into tomorrow's strength. Join us, subscribe, and let Mindset Stories rewire your mind one story